20 minutes. That's fantastic.
And you with the last thing again.
Something about "We the People," because I love that as a soundbite. So
the question was about challenges that
you
you
just
had.
start over, like just answer.
oh, at least that, yeah, that kind of thought.
Yep.
Sorry.
That's fine. Historically, I have to like.
Be at that moment.
Do I be like, yes, I'm in? Historically, government has been they and them. So the government has been doing their thing, and then it's the people over here that are separate from the government itself. And I'm not sure where that happened over the course of history. But the founding of this country was talking about we the people, of the people, by the people, for the people. Challenges have been an incredible tool to help break down that artificial silo. Where people are recognizing that they actually are the government, right? So that's why we have an election. But then, not even through the elections, but through the entire process of what government is and does and can do, people can interact with and be involved in and solve solutions and be the government right in front of a day-to-day type of situation. So that is, for our contest, we're talking about, yes, so they're interacting, they're engaging, they're trying to win this money, perhaps. They want to enter a contest that the government has hosted. So that's, in a sense, government being the platform. But then we found among our contest individuals that quickly became champions for our message. So they took our message, they took our basic information, and said it in a way that we would never think about saying, right? So, and this is government recognizing that we are straitjackets, sort of bureaucratic in nature, and our videos that we release are not going to be interesting ones that are spread around like kittens dancing on pianos types of things, or Charlie biting my finger. But somebody else out there on the ground that knows what people like, you create a video using our information and say it in a way that will get more people interested and involved.
And I can't remember if it was you or one of the other panelists who said government doesn't have all the answers to action.
Right, yeah, so that's the obligatory long tail model, where they're sort of at the peak of this, that's the big, how would I say that? So that's the obligatory long tail model, where at one end, sort of government has a lot of experts, and we're able to do a lot of things and come with ideas and solutions. But you've got this long tail out here that's never ending of thousands and millions of people that also have ideas. So why in the world would we want to ignore that? Government can be a platform that allows for those types of people to submit their ideas and create solutions for us. It's world problems, and we're all part of the world. So why in the world would we let government try to do everything themselves?
Makes sense to me. One last question, if that's okay.
Yeah.
If you had to do a challenge again, are there any sort of lessons learned or things that you would do differently or that worked?
Yeah, an important thing is creating that framework right out front for like what are you trying to say? So this type of challenge fits into the model of messaging. So we're trying to get a message across, so we want other people to create videos in a sense that get that message across. So very, very clear framework on this rules and splash pages. Like, we want you to say these three things. We ended up having a little bit of an issue, and part of this is an internal issue on our end, where we had some people say, to prevent the flu, we need to do these 3 steps. And we had other videos come in, to prevent the flu, we need you to do these 4 steps. And even other videos like, to prevent the flu, we need you to do 5 steps. It's like, well, which one is it? And while they're all correct, that diluted our message. So had we created that structure and that framework very early, we could have helped target and pinpoint really what we wanted to get across.
Excellent question, though. In terms of marketing and outreach, what worked and what didn't work? Maybe I missed it.
In terms of marketing and outreach, I think that we were lucky in the sense that our contests rode the wave of news. So it was already, the H1N1 was already driving media attention, and we sort of rode that. I think then what we overestimated was really our use of social media. So we have a Twitter account. Great, we sent out a tweet about it. I don't think, that's not marketing. Too many people think it's like, yeah, let's just post it on Facebook and it'll spread virally that we have a contest. I think it's easy to overestimate that communication channel.
avoided those sort of pitfalls?
Right, so it's direct outreach with entities that are you think would be interested in both submitting solutions and then direct outreach with entities that are also looking for the solution. So we worked with the Department of Education in this sense because schools were a hotbed for where H1N1 was going to be spreading. And we did direct outreach to different media schools that might be producing videos. And it's that direct outreach which is more traditional, which can be much more effective. It's going to take more resources, it's going to take more energies, but that's going to be more effective in the long run because you're narrowing in on your target audience and you're finding them directly.
And I think in the end, despite all the sort of promises and dreams of social media, in the end often comes down to relationships, which sounds like that's what
Right.
you're saying.
And social media can be a tool to help identify and build relationships. So we're quickly able to monitor the Twitter sphere and see who our real champions are. And we can do direct outreach to them. So it's recognizing Twitter in this sense as the tool and not as the overall solution.
One last thing I have to ask. So I come to you and I'm contemplating the idea of doing a contest. And I say, hey, Reed, what the hell? Where do I start?
Yeah.
What would you say?
I would not say anything. I would just ask a ton of questions. Every contest and every challenge is going to have its unique situation. Who's your target audience is first and foremost the key. So who's your target audience? What incentive are you giving for that target audience to be involved? What's the final product that you're looking for? And then most importantly, what is the worst case scenario that could come up with you doing this? So if you're looking for a message to be created through a video challenge, that message might be controversial. What's the worst case scenario? For our example, we knew that there was a community out there that had a lot of not just questions about vaccine safety, but like conspiratorial ideas about the government created this virus and we're just trying to inoculate people so that we can take over their minds and control the world of the masses of the people. So we knew that community existed, so we identified very early that worst case scenario might be X, Y, Z, these people submit videos, and they did. And because we thought that through initially, we had a plan in place as to how we would either address it directly if they rose to that level, or if we just sort of